need to happen.
Well,
I got something for you, man. You ain't ready for it. You ain't.
What's going on, family? What's going on, family? As you know, it is Special Guest Friday, family. We're ready. We hype. We're ready to rock. And you see the brothers on the road. My son has a playoff game today, so I gotta make sure we show up and show out. Hey, we'll welcome you guys to the show. Yeah, man. You know, man. Today we're gonna be talking about a lot of things on the show today. We definitely gonna be talking about Aron Donald. Hey, some video came out, show that brother didn't do what they try to claim he did, man. Talk about that. Have a couple of games we got to definitely talk about. So, hey, you know, you ready to rock. Special guest, we got my man T-Champ in the house. Let's rock, let's go, let's go. Hey, right. Family, what's going on, family? What's going on, family? As you know, I'm Nick.
I'm Mike, party people.
Military brother talking sports. Welcome to our show. We have our special guest, no other than the amazing T-Champ.
What's up, my brothers? What's up, my brothers? Always a pleasure to be with you. Last week, technical difficulties, so thanks for letting the brother come back. Always good to see you, brothers. It's good to be in the house.
Hey man, you are a special guest in our boat. Even though you're a Knicks fan, but still, yeah, you're a special guest.
Hey, that's the best part right there.
No. Mike, but T-Champ, we'll start with you today, my brothers. How was your day, T-Champ?
Man, Friday, baby. Friday, as they say. Fantastic, man. What a stressful week for the country and all the stuff that's going on, man. It's just a blessing to see. Just a blessing to see Friday and all that good stuff. The weather's starting to get a little better. It's a little cool here today. Today's my mom's birthday. 87.
Oh man.
Happy birthday to the queen.
Happy birthday, mama. Happy birthday, mama. Tell mama I said happy birthday. Give a little sugar for my brothers.
I will. And Mike, I'm going to the Big Apple tomorrow to pick her up, man. Bring her back to stay with us for a week.
That's what I'm talking about.
Awesome trip.
So I'm good. Mike, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. First of all, I just wanted to hit y'all with a little bit of Touch Without You. I don't own the rights to that music. Came out a little bit of 87. I'm gonna go ahead and douse it. That's for my house heads out there, man. Awesome Friday, well deserved. Relax. The sun is beautiful outside in Columbia, man, and I feel real good, man. Hey. This is like my Red Bull, man, with you brothers, man. So I'm feeling fantastic. What about you, Nick?
Hey, man, I'm good. As you guys know, I'm on the road because my son, they have a playoff game today. So your brother is on the road heading to Kernersville, North Carolina.
Good luck to Butler High School. Get it in.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can pull out this victory today, man. And hopefully they can do what they're supposed to do and get a win, man. So that's where we're headed. We'll be there maybe by the time the end of the show. We'll probably end up being there. So hey, we ride smooth sailing, man. Yeah, y'all guys ready to get in this convo, man?
Man, let's rock. You know what we do.
All right, man. Then we're gonna special guest. We're gonna talk about Mr. Carter. Excuse me, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, aka the father of Black history. What's your thoughts there? T-Champ, you the guest of honor, man. We start with you first today, my brother.
Hey, man, an amazing pick here.
Yes.
Right, so we all know what it do.
What's that book, my brother? What's the book?
The Miseducation of the Negro.
All right, man, family. Hey, that's a good book to scoop up. As you know,
By
we like
Carter
to highlight
G.
books.
Yes, sir. By Carter G. Woodson. American historian. I love how it's laid out. American historian. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Author, journalist, and founder of the Association of the Study of African American Life and History. The founder of Black History, at that time, Black History Week. Now, as we all know, it is a month, but hey, man, greatness personified. What's so interesting about this brother is due to, that time, back in the time when he was coming up, he wasn't able to get that education. Just so he got his high school diploma when he was 20. And then went through the continuous learning cycle and doing all those different things. And I'm going to do a nice transition to my man, Mike Nice, because he is one of his brethren.
And you know this. Yes, proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, man. T-Cham brought him in nicely, man. I love this brother because he's so highly educated. This guy his parents were slaves. Both of his parents were illiterate. It don't get no better than that, man. And amazing what this guy's done for American culture, man, and history, man. Born a Virginia, man. His dad also helped Union soldiers, man, during the Civil War.
Wow.
He's incredible, man. He's one of my heroes, man. Big in the NAACP.
Yes,
and
yes.
I want to add that he also is a recipient of the Spingarn Medal. The Spingarn Medal, it's an award given to an African American person, man, for just achieving the highest level of their craft, man. And very proud of this guy, man. Can't say enough about him, man. There's many honors, tributes, many places in honor of his name. References impeccable, man. I just love the story, man. If you don't know who this guy is or the book the T-Champ just brought up, man, please jump in there, man. Everybody's heard of Negro History Week, a month. Known to be the dean of Howard University, man, associated with the study of Negro life. He is the originator of the study of African American history, man. Let that be known, man. Can't say enough about him, man. As I said, one of my heroes and known throughout the world, man. And the brother's also on a stamp. Huge accomplishments in his life, man.
Beautiful, man. One thing I can definitely say, man, this goes to show you, man, how amazing this brother was. He got his high school diploma at age 20 when black people was not, I'm going to say this again, they did not want black people to be educated. They didn't want to, so the brother had to teach himself. He had to be laser focused. And then he goes on to obtain his doctorate. But then it didn't stop there. He continued to move forward because he realized black people are valuable. We built this country. And so we needed to be recognized by our accomplishments. So when he recognized a lot of people, white people being recognized, but blacks weren't being recognized, he said, you know what? We need to do something in order to give us some type of pride about ourselves, some type of recognition about ourselves. That's why it really does our heart good when, someone of color, someone who's black does something great. That's the reason why when President Obama became the president, so many black people, I think it was like 97, 98% of black people voted for him because it gave us something to be proud of. Instead of, showing us in a negative light, show us in a positive light. Just like Kamala Harris being the first black, the first female vice president. And it happened to be a sister. So when an accomplishment like that happen, man, it does our heart good, man. And then this brother, he realized, man, what's going on in his dog? What's up, my brother? So, and like A said, man, building that bridge. And that's what we do to our kids. That's what we try to pass down to our kids. We want to build that bridge so it's not as difficult to get over to the other side as we've actually faced. So we want to make sure, and that's what that brother did. He said, I'm going to make sure that I create a bridge that makes it easier for my people versus the struggle that I had to go through in order to get the things which I've actually accomplished. So definitely hats off to this brother. Definitely hats off to Doctor. I love saying that. The doctor's in the house.
PhD. Good stuff.
Yes,
Let me add something to what you said, Nick, because I don't know if a lot of people know this or not. But when Barack Obama became president, that night and that week, for the first time in my life, I seen all the fellas come to the club in suits. Even the Thug Love Timberland Jean brothers had on a suit, shirt, and tie and slacks because they knew that night that's what the ladies was looking at. You didn't have to hey, I ain't see a Versace or a Coogee in the house. I ain't seen no type of sneakers. No, my them brothers went to the mall. They went to the tuck shop and they got straight suited and booted. First time I ever seen that in my life. I was in Charlotte when it kicked off. The whole club in suits. Let them sisters know how we gets down.
All right. Anything else you want to add, T-Champ, my brother?
Enough said, brother. Enough said, man.
I just wanted to say, I was going to say one thing, and this is the thing, man, I try to give people to understand as it pertains to former President Barack Obama. I said, you know what, I didn't agree with everything that he did, and as far as him being president, yes, I demanded more from him, but that don't mean I'm going to throw him away as if he didn't do things that we benefited from. I said, my thing is, one thing that one of my mentors said, he said, if you want to be great, you have to be challenged. And that's the one thing that always stuck with me, is that, yes, we want, like Kamala Harris, we need to challenge that sister to do more. But that don't mean that we're going to, throw her away. No, I'm proud of that sister. I'm still going to challenge that sister because I want her to be great.
You're talking about accountability, Nick, is what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Accountability.
Listen, I don't think we've ever just said, you know what? Only because of the skin color, never mind about credibility, just slide him or her up in there. We ain't never been that type of people. We hold our folks high to the fire, to the bar. Set it. Let's get it. Let's do it, man. Like I said, I think a lot of people was like, you just voted because he was black. Not only that, you just voted her because she was black. Not only that. Is it me or you choppy, Nick?
This
breaking
is the
up
reason
a little bit?
why. Well, I'm on the road. Hopefully
right.
It might be me. Hopefully you can.
You're coming through.
This is the reason why. Okay, what's my man who former President Trump, the black guy who was the neurosurgeon, but he put him over house.
Oh, Ben Carson. Ben Carson. This is the reason why I got so upset over that. He is a neurosurgeon.
Housing Urban Development League.
Mike, you don't have enough respect over his accomplishment as a neurosurgeon. You're gonna put him over housing development, something he has no clue about? That tell me he don't have respect about you and what you accomplished. And that's so disrespectful.
He could have been a Surgeon General.
Yes.
Easily.
That's my point. Easily. But
housing urban development.
Bruh, that show you how they look at us when they don't respect us, put us in certain positions that don't have any relevancy. Just saying.
The whole thing was unbelievable, man. You know what I'm saying, man? That's like me. That's like saying, hey, Mike, listen, man, we gonna make you coach this pro soccer team. I'm gonna be like, I don't know why.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, it is, man. It is.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, let's roll, man. All right, man. Hey, the Milwaukee Bucks, man, they gave them Hawks a right hook last night. Giannis is back. Hey, man,
Greek Freak.
People talk about them Nets. Man. But I'm telling you, keep your eye on those Bucks, man.
I know, Nick. I think you got the score flip.
It's reversed, big Nick.
It's reversed.
Oh, yeah. My apologies. Thank you, brother. Hey,
that's okay.
Help sometimes. Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, the Bucks at 120 and the Hawks at 109. Hey, you guys, what's your thoughts? Hey, one thing, what's your thoughts on Milwaukee?
Where you want to start? You want me to kick it off?
Yeah, go ahead and kick it off, T-Champ. You good, my brother? Go ahead.
Set it off.
I tell you, Milwaukee again. It will be interesting to see what's going to happen with the supporting cast for the Greek Freak. You know, when you look at Drew Holiday dropped 23 yesterday, okay, doing his thing. Brook Lopez doing his thing. But it was an interesting comment that was made yesterday by Charles. I was watching Charles Barkley, and he said something very interesting about the Greek Freak. He's like, the Greek Freak has won the MVP, you know, the last, 2 seasons, regular seasons, right? Or whatever. He's won two times, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But when he gets into the playoffs, he's not taking it to that next level. Yeah. And what they need is him to take it to that next level and to carry the team, right? In certain aspects, because that's what great players do on their team. I think, they'll have a great regular season, but I get concerned about them in a top, tough playoff series. And I know we're going to talk about top teams in the East, top teams in the West. By top teams in the East, they're one of my teams. But I just think, man, the playoffs, to H-Dog's point, is a whole different story. And the Greek Freak hadn't taken it to that next level yet.
I got you,
listen,
brother. Great point.
I said it before. They clamped down that middle. They stopped that Euro when he's taking 3 steps. Those walks, carries, and double dribbles, they're on top of that. It looked like a giraffe going in against a bunch of Siberian tigers, man. They're not going to just let you gallop all to the rim 3 steps and with nothing. They're going to clog the lane, make you charge, make you give it up because you refuse to work on your jump shot. And he had lower points than some of his men last night, man. That's a negative. You can't lead. You can't lead, from the back. He got to be surrounded by good players. Let's admit it, man. You got Middleton doing work. You got a point, so you ain't got to bring it. That might help them out. Bobby Portis doing his thing, man. Connaughton, you're going to have to develop a post game, my brother, a spin move. As long as he should be able to spin off somebody, come up under the rim, and bang. Brother might need to give Ralph Sampson a call, man. Might need to give Olajuwon a call.
This is my thing. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, go ahead. You rocking pressure bust pipes. Yes, I've said this since day one. The playoffs is different from the season. Everybody step up in the playoffs. No longer will teams lie down like they used to. Oh, yeah, well, that's going to be 3-0. Oh, yeah, well, they're going to go ahead and get the best out of 7. Nah, these mediocre teams, they ain't mediocre in the playoffs, man. They taking you all the way to game 7 and giving you all the gas.
Well, this is the reason why, man. And Ace make a great point, and Mike, you definitely commented, man. That's why I said, man, and I know we talked on it before, man, as it pertains to max players, bro. To me, I think it's only 5 players who are actually superstars. Because when you go to that playoff, brother, I'm looking for that superstar to carry me to the promised land. And if you can't carry me to the promised land, man, I cannot put you in the superstar category. And that's my thing. To me, Greek Freak is a star, but he hasn't hit that superstar status because in the playoffs, he got shut down by Kawhi, and he got shut down last. I know he was a little, banged up and whatnot. I understand he need a little bit of help. But my thing is that I think, okay, if you put KD on the Milwaukee Bucks, they get past. Those boys. You put LeBron on them.
That's why there's never ever to be a comparison. Don't ever compare KD to Greek Freak. Don't ever do that, man. KD can shoot the eyes out of a basket. Who's done it? It's been done. I've heard this.
No, Mike, you stop it.
My brother, I'm telling you what I have heard, man. Now I can call the expert. They call him E, and let him know. He said, "Don't you ever."
Hold on, man.
Both of them 6'10", 6'11", built the same. Greek Freak got more muscle, but obviously KD is a sniper, a prolific scorer, man. There's no comparison, and I keep telling people that. KD got all-around game. He can slash, dribble, pass, shoot. There's nothing that he can't do.
Mike, you know what KD is, and you're gonna probably laugh at this, teacher. KD is that guy when you go to war and you're trying to take somebody out. He's gonna have that long rifle with that scope on it. And you stick your head out.
He got a musket. He got a musket waiting on you.
Dude, that's straight killer, man. And so my thing is that Greek Freak, because hey, to me, excuses are done. You got Middleton, like you said, Mike. You have Holiday. You have help. I don't want to hear no excuses about the Bucks not getting a chip this year.
Well, listen, you're gonna hear them because they ain't getting it.
It's gonna be tough. I tell you, the Bucks, the way they play, reminds me of Budenholzer is their coach. The way they play is that Spurs system. I love the Spurs. But the thing that made the Spurs, man, is you had next level players, man, like Hall of Famers like Tim Duncan. Okay, you had those guys, man, that took that system to the next level. Now watch this. Now, when you look at the Bucks, they remind me a lot of Budenholzer's. I believe it was his third season in Atlanta, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
They won like 60 games, right? And LeBron and Cleveland took them out in like 5 or 6 games or something like that.
I think that's what.
And it's because that system is a really good system, but you need a superstar player. And Atlanta had a lot of good players, but they didn't have somebody to take it to that next level, like a KD like type level. And that's what I see with the Bucks. When I see the Bucks play, when they're playing well, they move the ball, they're moving, they're passing, that type of thing. But in the playoffs, man, it gets tough. And to Mike's point, the Greek Freak hasn't taken his game to that next level. You look at somebody like Kawhi Leonard. When Kawhi Leonard first came into the league, he was raw.
Yes.
The thing I love about Kawhi is every summer, man, he worked on his game. Right. And I don't see that with the Greek Freak, man, which is a shame. The reason why the Greek Freak is at such a high level is because the Greek Freak has a lot of international global appeal. So the league is going to push him.
In the league, yeah.
It's going to push him, right, from that standpoint. His story is a good story, but I want to see the performance on the court and taking it to that next level match up with the story they're putting together. And it's not doing that for me right now.
Well, see, you know what? The deeper you get into the playoffs, the more your weaknesses get exposed. Only the elite rise to the top.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back a little bit, man. Around 2012. Yes, I'm gonna put my boys in there. Nick will enjoy this. Y'all remember that hype? Y'all remember that hype?
Mike, can you do it? No, seriously. What's that? I can't read what Ace said because it's too small on my screen. Can you read it? Okay. I can't read it.
He says Greek is his weak skill set is what's holding him back. He also does not have the aspect that evaluates those around him or the ability to take over game to carry out your team. Well, let's do it like this. In 2012, they had this big deal about Jeremy Lin's sanity. And basically they told that guy, listen, we're going to cut you in 6 games, man. So, enjoy yourself. And he took those 6 and took an opportunity. But once the Knicks got into deep, and D Wade and them started clamping down on him, He couldn't bring the ball up, and you got exposed. And that's just the same thing that's happening to the Bucks. You can Euro all you want. You can get a 2-time MVP all you want. But the deeper you go into them playoffs, the more your weaknesses get exposed. I didn't say strengths. That's what's going to carry you. But if you weak in certain areas, you don't have a post move, you ain't got no jump shot, no mid-range, we got guys who can do that. You don't like defense on you, you don't like to be locked down, we got guys that's going to do that. Everybody watches tape. They watch film, and they study your weaknesses, and that's what they're going to key in on. He's been exposed, man. It was a good run, and it got shut down.
Mike, Greek Freak made too much money not to develop a jump shot.
Yo, man, that's their fault dipping in the vault like that, man.
Bruh. I mean, I understand.
But he got to make them calls. Kawhi called Kobe. Greek Freak got to call people and get that help. You said it before, Nick. When you want to be the best,
there you go.
You work on your game, all aspects of it. You come out of your comfort zone. You train. If Greek Freak didn't learn from last year and see how they lost, because it's like when my son plays sports and his team get eliminated, whatever, we're going to the next game to see what it take to get to that level. I want to show you why your team lost, because this team right here not better than y'all, but watch what they do. Watch how they play together. Watch ball movement. Watch how this guy defends. Most of them dudes do this. They run track. They do. I let him know why. So the next time you in competition, step your game up, man. Greek Freak, if you don't learn from last year, we'll be talking about him this time next year, talk about what he didn't do.
You're right about that, man. Hey, great points, man. Hey, it's going to be interesting. All right. The Celtics, man, it was the Celtics. Hey, the Celtics are playing some good basketball, man, since the trade deadline. Wow. Even I know the Lakers are without some players, but it's still been playing good ball since the trade deadline.
All that's personal. You know I don't really like the Celtics doing it like that, but I got to give first props to Jaylen Brown.
Ooh, 40, baby.
40 piece?
40 piece.
Ooh,
40 piece.
Wow. Okay, my buzz, I see 39. Yeah, 40 piece. 40 piece in 32 minutes, man. Piece. Not bad. Almost close to 10 boys getting 9. Jaylen Brown said, you know what? There's 2 sheriffs in town, and I'm one of them. Love the way he get down. Love the way he gets down, man. The man play to win, man. You just ain't going to stop him, man. He a nonstop motion, man. Love his game, man. Love his game. He will look so good in the Knicks uniform.
That's not happening, Ghost Rider. Slow your brakes.
I saw my man's face through the shades. I had to slide that in there.
They clearly have stepped up their game.
In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 87 for I-85 business. US 52
no doubt about
toward
that.
Lexington, Winston-Salem.
And I think the thing you're seeing is that the trade deadline may have caused some angst in the organization, right? Because you come to a time where you know that core has been together for 3+ years. I'm talking about Tatum and Brown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you start asking yourself questions like, can these guys really get us to the next level? What do we need to go and do? And they just decided to stay pat, which is interesting. And then there was questions about the coach. There was rumors that the coach might go to Indiana, might take the Indiana job. And Mike Woodson got it. And I wish Mike Woodson a lot of luck. I thought he was a heck of a coach for the Knicks. And I thought he got the most out of Melo. But Phil Robin Money Jackson gave him a raw deal.
Whoa.
But I think that the Celtics are going to be dangerous, man. And depending on where they are, it's going to be interesting to see what happened. And Nick, your boy, Kimba. Talk to us, Nick. Talk to us.
First of all, with this conversation is all about Jaylen Brown. We don't need to talk about Kimba Walker. This conversation is about Jaylen Brown and his performance. Tatum and those guys, they look good. Kemba did do a little something with the Celtics. So I give Kemba credit. He performed. But I'm gonna say, as we know, the Lakers are not full strength right now. So I'm like, okay. And the
But your
Celtics,
boy
I guess,
Gasol
have a
got
run.
busy. Gasol got busy.
Mike, everybody know picking up Gasol one of the worst pickup the Lakers could have ever did.
Hey, don't hit on Powell's brother like that, man.
Man, he is not his brother. His brother made the haul, but he won't. He is not his brother. He need to lose about a good 30 pounds.
I mean, you right about that. And what gets me, I get the Lakers. Hey, let me tell you something, man. I just thought about this, man, recently, man. AD and LeBron are sitting in a cut. And I truly believe that there's nothing wrong with neither one of them. I think they in a gym hitting them weights, running, jogging, getting diesel, just watching everybody's weaknesses on the low, building up all that energy and saving it, man. I just figured it out, man. There ain't no way they come in with that drip and that ice at every game and just to show up and look. Nah, man. Them brothers are in the lab. I believe they scrimmaging late at night around 3-4 in the morning with nobody looking and no cameras, and they going hard, man. Trust me when I tell you, them boys playing full court ball somewhere, man. I got a deep feeling in my gut. Ain't no way they coming fresh out the hospital bed and chilling and go and get into this high-tech competition like that. I just thought I'd throw it out there, man. But you got Horton, Tucker getting busy. I don't know why they're trusting McLemore, man. Dude, you hit 6 threes last week. You shot yourselves out of the game. You couldn't do nothing against the Knicks, and they still letting this dude just like threes. When has he been money like that?
Hey, McLemore, man, I'm gonna tell you what, man, because when McLemore came out of Kansas, man, I'm really a big McLemore fan. I thought McLemore
he was a baller.
A good player.
Ball then.
Yeah, man, and he went to Sacramento, and it's like he really couldn't find a home, kind of like Johnson when he came out of Syracuse. He got drafted real high. It didn't really pan out. But I felt like McLemore is a good player on your team to come off the bench. So I like McLemore. He has a nice jump shot, man. Rockets let him
nice.
go.
It's nice when it works. It's nice when it works.
I mean, that's anybody's jump shot, man. So I kind of like McLemore. But it's gonna be interesting, man, when AD come back. And all the players come back, man, and LeBron, and it really having new. It's going to be interesting to see how the Lakers finish up. Who they're going to be matched up against is going to be interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's going to be very interesting where the Lakers, like you said, Nick, finish. Right? Because that could tell a lot about kind of what that first round is going to look like, right? And what their path could be. But I love Mike's point, man, because, LeBron, them cats, man, they not dumb, man. They're chilling for a reason. They're being very, very strategic.
What?
And, LeBron's a great actor, man. When he went down and the way he went down and all that kind of stuff and those type of things, man, I really believe because they played a lot longer than everybody, right? They went and then there was all this debate about when they're going to start the season again, right? And I remember reading that they had done some thinking and some studies about how they were going to manage the minutes for the team, during the season because they wanted to, give the team some good recovery period. But then LeBron got in there, man, and LeBron was playing back-to-back games, going hard, the whole thing. So they probably said, "Yo, LeBron, you know what, man? You need to slow down a little bit, man. We need you fresh, bro. We need you fresh." And I like what Mike said, man. They're somewhere going hard, bro. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yes, they lifting, got dietitians, man. Doing road work, man, probably running in a mountain somewhere with weight vest on. Trust me, man. Every time you see them with their gear, man, they look like they hit the gym somewhere, man. Them boys ain't no slouches, man. AD has been cleared to practice.
Yep, he has. Yeah, and that's
I got Yeah. They
Yeah,
coming, man.
AD being cleared to practice.
Ronnie
It's
Cole
going to
should,
be
Ronnie Cole should
interesting,
be
man.
happy. Hollywood Cole should be happy.
Ronnie Cole running, man. It's like Moses is comment. Nobody care about what them jokers saying, man. All this nonsense, bro.
Where the Lake Show fans today? Where the Lake Show fans?
Eddie Brooks, Eddie got to deal with his mama, so the prayers go out. They got to go take care of mama. So I understand. He got to excuse acts. But Ronnie Cole and Moses, all y'all jokers, man. Even my brother Frank, he a Lakers fan too. I let y'all guys know, bro. Don't think LeBron come back and AD come back, and all of a sudden it's gonna be just like magical. It's gonna take over. I'm gonna let you know right now, man. It's gonna be interesting in that West. It's gonna be interesting, man.
It will be, but I will just say this: I've seen the LeBron show and the acting before. I don't know if he has one of those pendulums to hypnotize, but he got a way of willing. He makes his teammates give a will to win. Here we go, back to back. And that's Brooks's words, back to back.
First of all,
he been laying in the cut too.
Last championship. We already know that last championship has an asterisk beside it.
No, not a bubble asterisk. Stop it.
No.
LeBron said he got his ring, and you can't do a thing.
You know what? It's gonna
only
be. It's gonna
fans, only Laker fans.
Well, you know what, man? If anybody would have won, you'd have said an asterisk. Ain't no pleasing.
Except the Hornets.
Houston.
Except the Hornets. If the Hornets won, there's no.
Hey, slow down, Ghost Rider. That's legit. Even though Charlotte would have won, I said that's an asterisk.
You're right.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say about Houston?
Yeah. What you gonna say? No, I was gonna say just like when Houston won their championship. There's an asterisk by that championship, man. Baseball. Asterisk. Because they cheated.
Hey, let me tell you something. Since you went there, there's an asterisk in Houston winning the NBA championship too.
Houston Rockets.
Yep, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because we kept seeing that white Bronco drive across the TV, man. The Knicks couldn't even concentrate because OJ and Al Cowan was riding across the screen.
I'm with Mike. Mike.
That's not why
listen, I'm with Mike.
How you gonna split the championship in two?
That's
got a white Bronco riding across the screen. I couldn't even see Pat get busy because OJ and Al Cowan going on hot pursuit chase, doing about 25 miles an hour.
Hey, John Stumps was shaking in his boots is the reason why y'all didn't win a championship.
Nah, it's that white Bronco across the screen.
Y'all know it. But hey, it is what it is. On to the next.
All right, man. I'm going to get back to that comparison, man. The expert just walked in. Katie and Greek Freak.
All right, you know we have to do it on Fridays, man. We do our Power 5 Friday. You know, who's been performing the best this past week in the East, in the West.
Okay, so this is at random, right? At random?
Just for this week. We do a week at a time. Your top 5 teams, man, that's performing the best, who you like right now, or who you think is going to be the power rank. So we kind of like say, hey, this team right here looking real good right now. So for this week, who you got, T-Champ? You can start in the West. We can start in the West.
Hey, D Moses, man, don't you put some respect on Pat Ewing name, man. Don't you ever diss number 33 like that?
Hey, but what he said is true, Mike.
Hold tight.
Said that Pat should have dunked that ball. You know that.
Listen, I want all you youngsters to realize that was 1995 when he should have dunked. It wasn't 94.
Oh, okay.
I still got the scars and the memories, man. So I'm good.
It was against the Indiana Pacers. Baby.
Yes, it was. It's all good. Let's move.
Okay.
What you got, T-Champ?
I got the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
The Phoenix Suns.
Oh yeah.
I got the LA Clippers.
Oh yeah.
Before this one I was debating before he got hurt. I had the Nuggets in there.
I know, man. Wow. Hey, shout out and prayers go to Jamal Murray, man. Oof.
Yeah. But this is the thing, man. I wanted to have a conversation. We gotta realize Denver, their last game, they still look pretty good even without Murray.
Yes,
man.
they did. Yes, they did.
They
so
did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yes.
So I'm gonna throw something in here, man, to spice it up, because I know the natural inclination, if you look at the rankings, is you would go to Lake Show. I think we're giving the Lake Show a lot of love. I'm gonna go Golden State Warriors.
Okay, Steph been going on the past week.
I'm gonna go Golden State
looking
Warriors.
at it, we got this week.
Has.
Golden State looking pretty good. Even though they're trying to fight to get in there, so that's a good one, man. And you got a team that's probably different than what T-Champ called on Mike. What your list look like?
Yeah, I do, man. Definitely the Jazz. Because of the Nuggets injury, I will slide the Clippers in there.
Yeah.
Definitely the Suns. I got the Mavs coming in strong. They're gonna shock somebody.
Yeah, yeah, that was looking good late.
And I got the Blazers.
Yeah, they struggle, but it's struggle on that. His past couple games, man, they've been struggling. That's why they put the Blazers in it. Mine's kind of look like T-Champs. Cause definitely the Clippers, man. I had the Clippers first. The Clippers on like a 6-game winning streak, so they've really been playing strong. And look, Kawhi and PG didn't even play, and Jackson hit a buzzer beater, beat Detroit the other night. Even though Detroit is, bottom beater, but they're on like a 6-game winning streak. Definitely.
You think Rondo's helping? You think Rondo's helping them?
8-2 in
You
their last 10 games.
You think the acquisition of Rondo's helping them, Mike?
Definitely, man. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Rondo is a mover and a shaker. He coming, man.
It's interesting. It's interesting how on these teams, a lot of people say your best player should be the leader, right? And what we're seeing, man, is that Kawhi is not that dude, man. Kawhi just want to come and play, man.
He got to be surrounded by good players, and I'm not knocking him. You're right.
Yeah, he don't want to be that dude.
He can't rally the troops.
This is the thing people don't realize about Kawhi, and they try to make him something that he's not. It definitely coincide with what you say, T-Champ. When he went to Toronto, he did not have to be that vocal leader, because guess what? You had Lowry already there. Lowry was the vocal leader on the team. When he went with San Antonio, he didn't have to be the vocal leader, because guess what? You had Tim Duncan, you had Ginobili there, and you also had Parker there. So really, he did not have to be something, but now they're asking him to be something that he's not with the Clippers. Is be a vocal leader. Kawhi is not a vocal leader. He needs somebody else to be that vocal leader. Just like you said, Champ, Kawhi just want to play. He don't want to tell nobody nothing but say, hey, man, let's go.
So let me ask you this. In hindsight, if you are talking about Kyle Lowry, if you are the Lakers, knowing what you know now, would you pull the trigger and go and get and would you pull the trigger for Lowry?
Not the Lakers, but I think the Clippers should have done it. I'm taking Lowry actually over Rondo. I would have gotten Rondo because Lowry, he's a better shooter. He's like that general. He's kind of like Chris Paul. He's a general on the floor. And he's that vocal leader, man, is going to be like, hey, man, come on. You need to do this, that. He knows the X and O's of the game. So I would have, Lowry, I think Lowry would fit better on a Clipper based on him already playing with Kawhi. That's what he about to say there.
What you think,
What's
Mike?
your thoughts, Mike?
Well, I will say this. Kawhi has always been a quiet storm. He came with the Thunder, with the Spurs to get the MVP, playing great defense on LeBron. He goes to Toronto, quiet storm again. A lot of times you
talking
can
about Lowry, I think.
Oh, I thought you said Kawhi.
No, he was saying talking about Lowry fat. Moses don't know what he's talking about.
In 2 miles, take the I-40 east.
Am I still on Kawhi? What y'all on Lowry or Kawhi?
No, we're on Lowry.
Yeah.
Lowry.
Yeah.
Okay.
But finish your thought though.
Well, I was just gonna say that Kawhi, sometimes you can get energy off someone's play.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once he starts to light it up, that ignites his teammates. But as far as being verbal, he's never been that guy. You can't turn him into one. He just started talking in interviews.
That is true.
And he don't hardly had no speaking roles in commercials, so you can't make him something he ain't never been.
And that's my point.
I really don't have too much to say about Lowry, man, because I still didn't appreciate the way he talked about that he needed to step out to decompress. Brother, you make too much money to decompress. Get your little pudgy self back out there and ball. Decompress. I don't want to hear that, man.
All right, man. Let's roll over to the East, man.
To the East, my
Mike.
brother. To the East, my brother. To the
All right,
East,
Mike.
my brother. To the East.
All right, Mike. I'll let you start off with the East, man. What's your who your top 5 in the East right now as far as teams that are playing, the best ball right now?
South exit toward Greensboro, High Point.
Well, there's so many of them that I just hate, and I don't even want to mention their names, man. It bothers me. It really does. I'm gonna start it off with the Hawks. 7-3 in their last 10 games.
Take the I-40 east.
We talked about the Bucks, but they all balling. They won 6 out of 10. Got to give it to the Nets, man, with the power squad, and I'm sure they're gonna blink their eyes and replace Aldridge. Please take Embiid out of MVP talk. I'm tired of seeing that going across the screen. Just stop it, man. Stop it.
He won't MVP.
They all balling. They all balling, man.
Continue on I-40 east for 2 miles.
And there's no surprise. There's no need for a drum roll. The Knicks. Yes, baby. You see us. You feel us in 6th place, my brother.
You see us.
Put some spec on it. Put some spec on that thing.
You looking.
And we're waiting for the Celtics to sneeze so we can go to 5th. And we're coming.
Stop. That is not happening. So stop dreaming.
We're coming for the Hawks too. We're coming for the Hawks and the Celtics.
Man, he's talking crazy talk. All right, T-Champ. What's your top 5?
Bow down to greatness.
The only change. The only change I have versus what Mike said is I went back and forth on the Bucks. I really do like how it's a toss-up between Atlanta and the Celtics. I really like how the Celtics are playing.
Wow.
I like both coaches of the teams. I think Brad Stevens is a heck of a coach. So I gotta give a slight edge to the Celtics. I think the Hawks last night. I don't think they were ready for the spotlight, man, because it wasn't a good game for them against the Bucks.
I mean, they both won 7 out of 10 games, give or take, whatever L they got, Hawks, Celtics.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Yeah. So I think I gotta go with the Celtics on that.
Keep left at the fork to stay on I-40 east.
But if I may, Nick, you see the Knicks. Come on, man. Stop. Nick, stop.
Take off the hater shades. Take off the hater shades.
Nick, stop it. Nick, stop.
Instead of being the Knicks, should be the 6th. It's gonna make you sick.
Hey man, come on, man. You gotta respect my team, man. You gotta respect my team.
What's your 5 in the East?
Hey, I'm an honest critic. So
What's
to
your
me,
5 in the East, honest critic?
I'm about to give it to you right now. The number one spot is, I think, is the Boston Celtics. They've really been playing. Yeah, they've been playing the best ball right now.
Just had? What's in that straw drink you just had?
Hey, look at the numbers. Look at the number over the past 10. You got it right there, Mike. Over the past 10.
They with the Hawks, 7 out of the last 10. Okay, let's rock.
There you go.
Let's rock.
Of course. I mean, I'm just talking about. I'm taking it week by week.
Okay.
This week right here, and right. I think that Boston have won all the games this week. Atlanta just took an L. That's why they get them a step back. But I'll tell you what, the Milwaukee Bucks this week has been looking very impressive. Greek Freak hadn't been playing; they still have been winning.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's 2.
Get to the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 3 is lowercase Knicks. Lowercase. Smaller.
My man.
You know what? Sometimes we gotta take the lowercase. We'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get. I know I heard him to say that.
Lowercase letter. The Knicks. Cause y'all guys won 4 in a row. 4 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. When you won 4 in a row, so this week, like a Moses, boy.
Man, don't you make me. Boy, I almost broke the laptop. Put some respect on that. You ain't saying that the other night when we gave the Lakers that L. Gave the Lakers that L.
Yeah. I have to throw the 76ers in there. Because 76 is 4. I think the 76, 76 has been playing good ball without, Embiid. They get Embiid back. So they've been looking impressive without them. And then and actually, man, the Nets hadn't looked too bad either, man. You expect that, but they've been looking impressive. But that's kind of my 5. So yeah.
So Nick, Tibbs for Coach of the Year, Nick.
Yes.
Tibbs for Coach of the Year.
No.
Did Nick say yes? I heard him say yes.
No.
It slipped out.
No.
Nah, brother, you got you on tape. I heard that yes.
I heard that yes, Nick.
You got him, T-Champ. You got him good too.
For what?
Caught him with his mouth open.
If he can't recognize Bullock should not be starting, then that joke will never get a vote for me. If I can see that, he can't see that. Trust you me, Tibbs will not. He don't deserve not one vote.
Hey, let Burks work, man. Let Burks work, man.
Yeah, Burks finish the game. It's about finishing the game, baby.
Burks might get 6th man of the year. He might get 6th man of the year.
There you go.
No, old boy from Utah got that sold up. Yeah.
Hey, you never know, man.
So, I know Burks won't get it. But anyway. All right, man. Let's talk about this Aron Donald. I don't know if you guys heard, man. Video came out. I know we talk about him possibly, but it seemed like video came out and Aron Donald was actually trying to get the people off of the guys.
Heard it.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I want to know you guys' thoughts on that.
Well, thank goodness for video, right? If the video can exonerate him, it's a good deal. But he's still, I love what you guys were saying during the week. He's still got to put himself in better positions, though, man. He got to put himself in better position. Apparently, somebody said, "Hey, man, we got to get out of here. It's not a good look." Whoever that person was, he ought to thank that person that did that. According to what I saw, what I read. But hopefully, this video will clear him, man, and he'll dodge a bullet.
But let me tell you before you definitely comment, Mike. The reason why I think he actually jumped in, it was one of the guys, looked like one of his friends, actually kicked the guy in the face. So he knew it. And I think he was breaking it up because he knew one of the guys.
Next right onto Glen High.
So it's not him. He with the friend. You know that the guy gonna try to tie Donald with that, try to get that money. So I want to know your thoughts on it from that perspective, Mike.
Well, I'll just say this, man. The video puts Aron Donald in a good light, man. Because they wanted to make him out to be a thug and and obviously the video evidence rift the quote victim. And if this
Take the next
dude
left, then turn left.
swore, then let's get him for false report, whatever it is, man. Because from what I hear, this dude swung a bottle at Donald.
Mm-hmm.
It grazed his head. He ducked, and then other people surrounded and jumped in. So I assume Donald's people, and we know how we roll when we get in there, they probably put it on him, and he was grabbing them off my man because they was giving him enough of that work. So he need to be thankful that Donald pulled his boys off, because we've all done been in spots where it get hot, and we got to tell some of our camp, my man, look, we don't need no case, man. That's good. Let's roll out.
Yeah.
Now the question is, now I'm almost sure that Aron Donald's entourage or whoever was in there is gonna have to fess up, man. Somebody got to take that heat. And like you said, put yourself in better company, man. That's all I can say on that issue, man. I know how brothers get in the club sometime when them drinks are flowing, the testosterone, the machismo, especially pro athletes. Here they come thinking they run the club, trying to talk to the women we born and raised with. We ain't having it. So if you threw a bottle at somebody and they had to duck, then you deserve that eye jammy that you got. That Mitch Blood Green.
Mitch Green, baby.
You better be glad it didn't, and it could have been worse. It could have been worse. We've seen how brothers roll when they put them Timbs, go to work on that thing right there, man. So, but let's see what happens, man, because now this changes the dynamics, man, of Aron Donald, man.
So true, man. Hey, it's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely interested to hear and see what's gonna come out after this, man.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead, T-Champ.
No, I was just going to say, man, I was thinking about, like, when you guys were talking about it this week, it made me reflect back on a family member I have that was a professional athlete. And I remember when he was playing, he would just say to me, he would say, Trey, he said, look, man, he said, I don't put myself in situations where I'm the person that has the most to lose, right? Because it's a very risky situation. Right, and I have to think about it because this is my livelihood, and it's just a whole nother level. You know, most professional athletes, man, are very low key, low key, and the reason why is because they don't want that noise, man. They don't want that, right? Because they just want to play, they want to make their money, and they want to do what they do, whatever it is, and so. I hope that Aron it learns from this, man, because it's tough, man. It really is to be in that type of situation. You wanna be good to your boys and be the man and that kind of thing, man. And you got a lot of stuff to worry about. A lot of stuff to worry about.
I got you, man. All right, man. I'm not sure if you heard the comments by Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence said, "Hey, man." He's not playing with no chip on his shoulder, man. He's, hey, I see it like this. But it was only partial to what he said. I know when the full interview goes on to hear him say, Trevor Lawrence say, hey, I strive to be great. So he does strive to be great, man, but I think they focus on him saying, hey, I don't play with a chip on his shoulder. But they left out the part that he said he strived to be great. So I want to know you guys' thoughts on what Trevor Lawrence said.
I can kick it off however it works. Okay, my first question is, what chip should he have on his shoulder? That's the only thing I gotta say. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, man. He's a golden boy, a favorite child. There might be some publicity right now. It'll go up under the rug. What if Justin Fields had said that? It would have. Twitter would have shut down. Where's your boy Orvosky right about now, Nickens, to talk about this comment? Because everybody wants to hear how he grinds. He'll die for this game. He's dedicated. I can't wait to get out there. I want more. We're just talking about Orlovsky's words. You heard Pretty Boy Trev say, look, I'm just going to go out there and be great, man. I mean, I don't have no chip. You know, I'm good. Next question.
Yeah.
You can best believe it. Yeah. Go ahead, T. Rock out.
Mike said it, and I want to build on it like this, man. You guys, you were talking about the Orlovsky comment a couple of days ago, man. I was listening to you guys, man. I was out cutting my grass, man. I was pissed that he's impacted this young man and his livelihood with information that, you know, he wasn't even, for him to even come on and apologize later on. I just would have rather him not apologize, man, and just stick to your guns versus putting some crass out there that is not backed up, you know. And you impacted where this young man is. I hope, man, he's the Aaron Rodgers of this draft, man. That he doesn't get drafted and he just puts pelts up on the wall, targets up on the wall. And he's like, man, I'm going to drill these guys, man, when I get a chance to play. I hope he comes back. Now, to the Trevor Lawrence piece, man, to Mike's, I don't have anything else to add. I think Mike put it perfectly, man. I just think that this position, this quarterback position is changing. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is changing. The Lamar Jacksons, these guys are coming in, man, and they're revolutionizing this role. And I want to see Lamar be able to throw that ball, man, and get a great wide receiver and show the other stuff he can do. But, man, these guys are leaders, man, like Deshaun Watson, where he fell in the draft, right? And that whole thing. Clearly he was the best guy in the draft, right? But they don't want to let this position go. And they shouldn't let that comment pass, man, because this guy comes out and says this type of stuff. Yeah, you need to read the rest of the article. I get it. And they pull this out. But if you're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, get this young brother, man, who was playing on a high-level national stage, man. And to the last point, when I don't, for some reason, this sticks with me, but you remember when Justin Fields left Georgia and he went to Ohio State?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, Joe Burrow left Ohio State and went to LSU, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Because that brother came in.
He had already left. He was already at LSU because he was already playing.
Was he already at LSU, or did he leave LSU because they leave Ohio State because they weren't going to the
he had already left LSU. He had already played a year at LSU when he transferred. Yes.
Okay. But in any point, you know, he's playing at the highest level, man. Georgia, Ohio State, quarterback. Come on, man. Yeah. So you don't get there by slouching and by not, you know, bringing your most. And Mike made an excellent point the other day about how he got physically beat and still was up underneath there doing his thing. Come on, man.
I think the people want to know that Trev wants to come in with a vengeance mind attitude because he kind of got put in his place by them Alabama boys. And like you said, like you just said, the league is changing. And your non-lateral mobility move with them Bambi legs, brother, he ain't playing for Clemson no more. He ain't playing for Clemson no more.
Hey, they swarmed him.
They put him in his place.
No, when you watch, you keep watching South Carolina Gamecock. You'll watch.
My brother, listen. You can hate all you want to.
Ain't nobody hating. That's a real deal.
And I'm getting season tickets. Why you mad, bro? Why you mad?
I'm mad.
All I'm saying is that's the chip on his shoulder. They want him to come out there with that L from Alabama attitude and say, yo, man, this is how I'm doing. Yeah, he beat Bama, but then they beat him.
Let me give it from a different perspective. One, I definitely agree with T. Chat was saying that if Devin, you said, Mike, if Fields would have said it, I believe he definitely would have They're already trying to push him down the draft
went over
board
it.
already.
He'd have been in the
They went
second
over.
round.
Right.
Second round.
But the thing as it pertains to Trevor Lawrence is when he in college, in high school and in college, he has the same mentality going into the NFL. When he was coming out of high school, he was the number one player coming out.
What that got to do with him being put on his ace?
Mike, you gotta
Alabama.
allow me to finish my point, and then you understand what I'm saying about
brother,
it.
Please
You're not allowing me to finish. You want to comment, just like the Knicks all comment and don't want to listen. The Knicks all comment, don't want to listen. You gotta learn to listen. Thank you. There you go. Tune your ears in. So him making a comment saying, "No, I have a chip on my shoulder," saying he had the same mentality he had from high school, going into college, going into the NFL. He was the number one player. Oh, see, there you go. Knicks fan don't want to listen. Get your ears. So having that mentality, he said, "No, I don't have the chip. I play with the same mentality I've always played with." That's why he said, "I want to be the best. I want to be great." So that's his focus. That's his focus. I didn't have an issue with him saying what he said, but it's a valid point. If Justice Fields would have said it, oh my goodness. Because as we know, Justice Fields coming out the draft, he was the second rated quarterback behind Trevor Lawrence. Now they have him as the fifth rated quarterback, and he hadn't played a game. How is that possible?
Hey man, all I'm saying is you tell Sunshine from Remember the Titans to cut that hair and get ready to get laid out like he did in the Alabama game this past season.
Hey, how many times did South Carolina beat Clemson with Sunshine?
Why you vouching for your boy, man?
Because I'm a legit.
You make Trevor Lawrence sound like Calvin Candy, and you Steven. What about that?
Hey, it's that haterade you got in that red cup you keep drinking out.
Right now, you and Calvin Hart would drop.
Haterade. Get rid of your haterade, my brother.
If Trevor Lawrence had COVID, Nick yelled like Steven and Django, Calvin!
Hey, that haterade. Hey, because guess what? We keep stocking them at Clemson. Too. Hey, and we keep stocking them at Clemson. Guess what? The guy we got there now in 2 years is going to be the number one pick.
Listen, man.
Just saying.
You can save
That's
all that.
That's what we do.
Word up Butler high tonight.
So?
That's what
it's going to happen.
Yeah. Handle it. Handle it, Roy. Handle it.
Hey, hopefully South Carolina can have a winning season.
My brother, I'm getting season tickets. They can go 0-40. I'm dead up in there. When E put on his show in the next year, 2, 3, 4, please give props and put some respect on that thing.
I will. I told you I'm pulling for E.
And when he pull watch this, T. And when the Gamecocks play CU and E burn one of them boys in for a TD,
I'm be like, go E, go. And then
bro, I'm gonna be on. You're gonna think I'm on angel dust. I'm wilding all out. Well, I'm gonna do that on any game, but I'm gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, see that? Hey, see my dad is South Carolina. Look here, my dad is South Carolina Gamecock fan. He know I can't stand them lame cops.
Was that him? Was that him?
That's my pops. He like South Carolina game lame cop.
And I quote your dad. Watch it, son.
Whatever. Hey, he wanted y'all wanted to win so bad in South Carolina.
Papa Nickens, you are the man. Thank you, my brother. We need to break bread and crack brew together.
There we go.
Yeah, we win. Clemson win chips. Y'all make chips. There's a difference.
Well, hey, let me tell you something, man. You can be a fair weather fan all you want. You and Hart,
I'm a true fan.
Boys.
I'm a true fan.
Man.
I got the last time South Carolina beat Clemson.
When last time you went to a game, man?
Talking about, I went in the championship game when they went to Charlotte.
First of all, Moses, I know Moses ain't trying to trip, looking like Godfrey
Hey
Cambry.
man, we gotta go to the next one. All right, man. Yankees
Don't
and the
come on here with
Devil
that,
Rays by the
man.
kickoff. Yankees and Devil Rays by the kickoff a series.
They got to come with it.
T-Champ, what's your thought, T-Champ? I'm gonna let you start first, man. I'm too frustrated with them right now.
I'm so glad that we're making this a topic. So you guys have talked about it. Here's what my headspace is. I look at the quarter mark of the season is going to be 41, probably about 41 games, right? 40 to 41 games, right?
Got it.
Right now, the Yankees are 5-7, right? So if we go on a run and after 41 games, we're, say we're, 30-10 or, around that, right? 25 plus wins, just north of 25 plus wins. I think we're in a good place, right? So I say all that to say that I want to see how some things continue to shake out. Here's the bright spots, right? Mm-hmm. Number one, Judge leading the team, hitting well. Okay, Stanton doing well. Yeah, we still watch baseball.
That's right, Moses. We versatile like that.
DJ.
We just don't watch. We just don't watch the Lakers. Just saying.
DJ doing his thing.
D Moses, I got a strap on the back of my hat. I can adjust, man. I know Truck Turner ain't trying to trip.
So I wanna see what we look like over these next few games. What I am concerned about. Oh, and the other bright spot is Cole. Yeah, not Ronnie Cole, but Garrett.
No, Ronnie Cole running.
Anyway. So love you, Ronnie Cole, but so
Hollywood.
I feel good about that. Let's see what happens with the rest of the team. What I don't like, what I see is the shortstop's not playing well. He's fallen into some bad habits, and I still am not happy with the catcher. Okay, so let's see from that standpoint. If we don't look good, man, if over these next, we around 540 games in, then we're in trouble. And I tell you why we're in trouble. The sleeper team you got to watch out for. Remember when I said this now, the Boston Red Sox.
Did not say that a couple of days ago, Mike.
And the reason why is they got the best manager clearly in the division. Cora is a great manager. And the reason why he is a great manager is he does a lot with less talent, and he'll get that team on the same page. Boone has got to get in here, get a lineup, man, get a rhythm, and figure this thing out. And we'll see what happens from that standpoint. I'm not ready to panic, but hey, man, we can't keep losing these series, man. You got to win 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. Keep it moving, man. We're losing too many of these series. And that stuff starts to pile up. So that's where my headspace is right now. And I think this is a big series against the Rays.
What's your thoughts, Mike?
Well, I'll jump on that. It looks like we're 5-7. They're 5-8. This is our time to show and prove, man. We got the late one tonight, the 7. Then we got 2 more with them at 1 p.m. This is a show and prove type deal, man. I think we can get them, man. Let's go, because as you can see with the rest of the schedule, man, ain't gonna get no easier, man. The Braves, you got the Cleveland Indians coming up, them dreaded Orioles. You got them Washington Nationals in the background, man. So this is time to grind, man. It's time to show improvement. I know we got a lot of people injured and not stepping it up a little bit. This is it, man. Like T said, we cannot afford to be near 540 games in, man, because then we got the struggle. We got an uphill battle, man. We need to rock and roll, make the bats sing, and let's go, man. Let's get it.
Well, my thing is dealing with the Yankees, man. And if you really, one thing that the Yankees really focus on is really winning championships. And if you really look at the championship that they won in 2009, I think it was 2009.
Yep, it
Won the
was.
championship in 09.
And the shirt.
And the championship they were winning with Derek Jeter and the rest of those guys, they did not start off this way. They start off on a positive note, and it kept the rhythm going. When the Yankees seem to struggle, they struggle by starting off struggling, and they struggle throughout they may have like a winning record or whatever case may be, but it's like finding that rhythm. They find difficulty in finding that rhythm. That's the reason why I'm so irritated. I know it's still early, still young, still trying, but it's like we're limping. We keep trying to, limping through instead of, finding our way to get back in, man. And that's the beat.
My dudes, I'm gonna move a little bit. Can y'all still hear me?
We still can.
Yeah, we still can.
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all for some reason. Hold tight.
Yeah, that's the piece. I cannot
hear y'all, but it's all good.
That we can hear you, Mike. Yeah,
why can't I hear y'all?
Oh no. But that's the piece that got me to champ. I mean, we just need to be able to find a rhythm. And right now, we haven't found that rhythm. No. And it's like that's my biggest concern about the Yankees is finding that rhythm. And if we don't find that rhythm, man, I believe we're going to be in trouble. And then finding that rhythm against teams like the Devil Rays. If we don't find a rhythm against them and how to beat them, and we face them in the playoffs, we're going to be in trouble. That's what happened last year. We have to find our rhythm. And that's why I did not like the fact of us not keeping Girardi.
A little bit, fellas. Top me, get them cuts.
And hopefully we can find something out, man. So, yeah. Mike may have to go out and go back in.
Yeah. So Nick, I fully agree with you. However, again, I'm not ready to hit the panic mode yet. I want to see where these first 40 games, we're not off to a good start. So we're five.
Just mute my mic. Okay. Wait a minute.
I was doing some math.
Oh, unmuted.
So we're five.
We're five. Man.
We can hear you, Mike.
We can hear you.
I hear me. I can't hear y'all.
Okay. We yeah. Keep going, champ. Keep going, champ.
So we're 5-7, right? Next 40 games, right? If we were to split those 40 games, that would not be a good thing. Would you agree? Right?
Yes.
Because that would put us at that would put us at 25 and 27. And I don't think that's where we want to be. Would you agree?
And if that happens, yes.
Would you agree with that? So
I agree with you 100%.
So to me, I think we got to run.
I can't hear them.
We got to be like I was saying, north of 20 of these next 40 games. We got to win 25 to 30 of these games. Would you agree with that?
Yes. Let me ask you this question: if we're 500, do you think the Yankees fire Boone?
I don't think they fire Boone. You know why I don't think they fire Boone?
Why?
Because of the 2 prior years, and depending on what the circumstances are. Like, here's the risk with the Yankees, right? Starting pitching. So Cole is doing his thing, but Kluber and Talion have not pitched. They have not pitched in the last 2 years. Right?
Yes.
So those trades were high risk, high reward. The downside is what you see right now. So to your point, they got to get the rhythm. If they can get the rhythm, I think they got to stay competitive and the bullpen carry him, but he can't burn the bullpen out. But to answer your question, I don't think he gets fired. But if it depends on why the team is not doing well. If the team is not doing well and he's lost control of the team, then yeah. But if the team's not doing well and there's some circumstances like these pitchers not working out and some other elements, I think they'll give him an opportunity. But here's the other factor. Here's my last point. Yeah. We're not scoring runs, right?
Yes.
And Nick, it's the point I always talk about. one of the most important stats I think you have to watch, because baseball is a game of numbers, is what we do with runners in scoring position. The risk. It's one of the most important stats. Here's the reason why. When you listen to me now, when you get into the playoffs,
I'm listening.
You face better pitching. Yes. When you face that pitching, you're not able to hit home runs like you always hit home runs. So you got to advance the runners. You got to make productive outs. You got to get doubles, that type of thing. And it's about advancing that runner to the next piece to put them in scoring position, where a single or a double is better than a home run. So we're too feast of famine. And what I don't like, what I'm seeing from a stats perspective, right, is I was looking at our extra base hits, right? So I'm looking at doubles and triples, right? We got 17 doubles and 13 home runs. No triples, right? But 17 doubles, and of those 17 doubles, DJ Lemieux has got 4 of them.
Y'all still on the Yankees and Devil Rays, fellas?
When you look at the
because I see it on the screen rolling.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you look at the rest of the team,
up, man.
Rest of the team, you're not seeing
them, man.
Hold on for a second, Mike. Keep going, teacher.
You're not seeing that distribution across. You're not seeing that distribution of extra base hits across the rest of the lineup, which tells me that when you're having runners in scoring position, you're not getting the timely hits, you're not advancing, you're not wearing the pitching out, and that's an issue, right? And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And I can't stand Gary Sanchez. I just can't stand Gary Sanchez.
Hey, I like his backup more than I like. So even though he started off hot, didn't know the other thing that I don't like what Brett Boone does. He's not allowing Clint Frazier to it's like he played him like 2 games. This is the reason why I did not want the Yankees to sign back Brett Gardner.
I fully agree.
He is splitting time between Gardner and Frazier.
He's a crutch.
Dude, I'm like, let Gardner go on to another team right up in the darn sunset, because what he's doing, he keep having Gardner as it's like he wants to play. He has a relationship with Gardner where he trusts Gardner more than he's actually trusting Clint Frazier. Frazier's younger. Frazier, he has more power. But my thing is that allow Frazier to develop a system. He was the best defenseman in the outfield last year. He almost won a Gold Glove. Yeah, so that's the thing that he has to realize. Like, dude, you have to do. And my thing is, we can't be all home runs. Lay down some bunts. Do the small things, man. That's the thing that I do not like about Boone. He doesn't make adjustments well in order to win. So my thing is that, dude, he has to be able to find a way to allow these guys to. You got to think outside of the box. Him doing the same thing, we definitely had to get our starting pitching together. Outside of Cole, we had to find something, man, that caused us to start winning. That's going to be a problem. So
Nick,
this series.
Our overall batting average as a team is 231. That's our batting average. Hicks is hitting 179. Clint Frazier's hitting 200, but you got to let Clint Frazier. You got to let him play. Let him play, and you need to use him as a defensive person, replacement. But the problem with Gleyber Torres, right, is he's hitting 220 right now. So he's playing sorry in the field, and he's hitting terrible, right?
220.
Too many outs, man. It's too many outs in the Yankees lineup. It's too many outs.
Now watch. Hopefully Mike can hear us now.
Can you
hear us, Mike?
Everybody
good? Okay. Now, this is the point. He'll allow Torres to continue to play and hit out his slump, but he won't let Frazier. He won't give the same liberty to Frazier. And that's my thing, man. I'm like, dude, Frazier is a much better player and hitter than Boone. Not Boone, but Gardner. But you still want to play Gardner. I cannot stand that, man. But hey, If he don't get it together, I hope the Yankees fire him. And to me, they need to get rid of Cashman too. So
I don't think they'll fire him. What you think, Mike?
If they was gonna do that, man, it would have happened already, man. And the sad thing that I see this whole thing boiling down to is they're gonna give them leeway, and it's sad when we have to sit back and watch the organization fall because y'all don't want to hurt people's feelings and make the corrections right now, man. This is a cutthroat business, man. You ain't got time to play favorites to your favorite manager, your favorite player, and all of that. The Yankees organization and the fans are suffering, man. Don't nobody want to see that, you know. And Cashman ain't been bringing the pain since he got there. So that lets you know, man, they're willing to let the organization fall versus doing what they need to do, man. You know, it's almost like letting Eli continue to play with the Giants, and he's just not that guy anymore, man. And we steadily falling.
Let me ask you, T-Champ, this question. I know I have my brother. Now we know the last time the Yankees won the championship was in 2009. It is 2021. Do you think it's unacceptable the fact that all the money Yankees have, the Yankees hadn't won a chip since 2009 with all the money they've spent? So why in the world?
Before that, it went too long before 09 hit.
So to me, man, they give, and this is my perspective, they give Cashman too much credit, man. To where they give him so much leeway, man. To me, I want to get a younger guy in there who's going to make smart decisions. As we all believe, Didi Gregorius should still be on the Yankee squad right now. Torres at second. LeMahieu would have been at first base. I would have taken Luke Voigt. I was taking what's my man who's hurt right now, but 2 years ago he came runner up the Rookie of the Year. Him, I can't think of his name. He's played third base, and I would have taken Sanchez. I would have bundled them up, and if I didn't sign Didi Gregorius, I would have traded from old boy who's with the Mets right now playing shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't talking
Lindor.
about
Lindor, yes.
Lindor.
That would have made the Yankees a much better team.
Yo, he was getting it in when he was there, man. And I'd have kept Kirk Granderson. Yeah.
But
Cashman definitely is getting and has gotten a pass. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it.
A major pass.
Because when you're like the Yankees, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Cowboys, these franchises, right, are judged by championships. Right, that's why we give the Cowboys such a hard time, right? And them boys, right? Because they pride themselves on championships. The Patriots, like it's championship, and it's a thing. Winning is a habit. Also, losing is a habit, right? As a Giant fan, I know Mike made an excellent point around Eli. Man, it's either the Giants. The Giants was too half and half. It was like either cut the cord and rebuild and don't put our boy Eli through this, or build a team around Eli and go for the run. But don't blow smoke up our butt. And I think with the Yankees, Cashman has been getting a pass, man. And I think if they don't win this year, I think you're really gonna start to feel the heat. Because here's the reason why I say that. Because when you look at teams like the Dodgers have struggled. They've been in the World Series a couple years, didn't win. But what did they go out and do? They went out and got Mookie Betts, who if we had to name like the top 5 players in the game, he's probably arguably number 1, right? So, you know, you're talking about what do we need to go and do to get this chip? And the problem with the Yankees is always been our starting pitching. We got a horse now in Cole. Like, you need a dude that when you're having a 3-game losing streak, you need a guy that's going to snap it. He's the dude that's going to do it. But you need a 2 and a 3 guy. And the jury's out. Or do we have a solid 2 and 3 starter?
And I know boys coming back from Tommy John. He'll be back here. Said like the middle of the season. He'll be back at the Thomas Severino will be back.
But,
yeah,
but the history of those injuries, Nick, is man, it's a year or two, man, before he's back.
Yeah, yes, I agree with you.
Last name y'all said?
Severino. He was the ace before we got Cole.
Not Soriano, right?
No, not Soriano. Soriano retired.
Severino.
Okay.
Severino is the pitcher.
I thought
my
news for a second.
My thing is dealing with and you got and this is not shade at the Knicks. You gonna understand my point when I finish with the point. As Knicks fans,
come on, son.
It's true. No, listen what I'm telling you. Because you made a point with the Dallas Cowboys, with the Knicks, all these major franchises where the fans, regardless of where they're gonna go, fans are gonna support you. So guess what? Their expectation, hey man, expect championships because we support you guys. It ain't like the Charlotte Hornets right now struggling to get people to pack the arena. Dallas stadium gonna be packed regardless. The Madison Square Garden is going to be packed regardless. So franchises like that, your Yankees stadium going to be packed regardless. So to me, us not winning the championship 10 years is unacceptable. That's why Knicks fans are so frustrated because when's the last time we won the championship? We spending the money, we're supporting you. So why the world we can't bring a chip here? It's unacceptable.
Hold on, big baller. We expect better play. We expect contention, man. I get you. But you say when the last time they won a championship, slow down.
Correct. No, that is the truth. You said you what?
1973.
1973.
And watch this. And actually, y'all being Knicks fan, don't you think it is far too long with the support you've been giving the Knicks for them not winning the championship? That's my point.
He is too long. It made me throw my phone out the window, man.
Hey, that is.
Listen, we can't get back 94 and 99, man, when we was right there. So, but that's what we expect. We expect to be right there.
But my thing is, and it goes back to the Yankees. And if you can look at, do you think the Lakers are going to go 10 years without winning a chip, without heads being spun? I'm talking about Cashman keeping his job. No, you go 10 years and you are Lakers, you would not have your job. That's my point about Cashman. He should have a job.
If the boss was still alive, he wouldn't. If the boss was alive, he wouldn't.
His son, they're too soft.
Well, his son takes a different approach. His son is all about the profit, about making money. Right?
Boss don't care about that. He's to spend money, make money.
Right. So, the
Steinbrenner's son.
Steinbrenner's son.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's about the network and the content and reselling and making that money from that standpoint. But I think the problem and I think the challenge for me, my final point is that other teams have figured out their way to win, and they've done it at a much lower price point, with the exception of the Dodgers. Like the Rays are always there, man. The Rays have said this is the type of team we're going to be, and we're going to be about pitching, and we're going to be about developing that young talent, and they're always there, man, and managed by a great team and great analytics, and they make the right decisions. So we'll see.
All right. This final point, man. What's your guys' expectation this weekend? You guys have Dallas, then you have the Pelicans. We have the Nets tonight. So you guys think you're going to pull out the victory?
2 dubs.
My man said it. He didn't stutter. He said it.
Luka could do whatever he want tonight. We come in, and we ain't even worried about Zion. They know who we be. DMX.
Okay. We're gonna take a hot L tonight. So we're gonna be all right. I'm a realist about my squad. Dude, don't everybody help, everybody hurt.
We're being real about our squad. We're being real about our squad.
Never know what them young brothers might do. They might step up to the plate, man.
Man, whatever. They're gonna step out and go get a Big Mac and take it to the house.
Hey, listen,
I don't know if I mentioned this or not.
Y'all help me out, because did I mention the Baylor coach and the promotional vehicle he was supposed to get? Okay.
He's talking about that. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's the end of the show. Appreciate you guys joining us, man, on Special Friday. Look for everyone have a wonderful, blessed weekend. T-Chat, what's on store for the weekend?
What? Say that again. Say that again, Nick.
What's store for the weekend? What's your weekend looking like before we sign off?
I am going up
to get Mama
Turnpike tomorrow to pick up Mom, bring her back. She's gonna spend a week with us for
Prayers
her
for
86th birthday. Nice. You know it.
What about you, Mike? What about you, Mike?
I'm gonna do some volunteer work at the job tomorrow and a little bit Sunday, man. You know, I'm gonna give back for a few hours on both days, and I'm just looking forward to that, man. Me and E right here in front of the barbershop, man. We're about to get these cuts, and
nice.
You know, shout out to Archie's Barbershop, Head Turners, Broad River Road, Columbia, South Carolina. We're gonna slide in, and he gonna make it do what it do, man.
Oh, we keep losing Nick, Mike.
Yeah, look like that. But it's all good, man. So,
man,
it's a pleasure having you, T. Always, my brother. Always.
Oh, always, Mike. You know, it's always a pleasure to be in the house with you, man. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
So, hey, appreciate everybody. I'm here. My son got the game, so I'm gonna give you guys a little feedback on how they do as the game tonight.
Go live. Yeah, Facebook Live.
Hey, I'm gonna show it on Facebook, man. So you guys stay tuned. As you know, I'm Nick.
Mike, folks.
Yeah, special guest T-Champ, Military Brothers Talking Sports.
In the Hizzle.
Peace.